Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Now those of you that have been following my videos on the Oscar Ron Facebook page, you will know that I have been sharing lots and lots of recipes that the whole family can get involved in. Well, I'm doing it again with your boxes that you are collecting from Jen at the school. And for those of you not collecting the boxes, you can go and get these ingredients really easily from our local Tesco's. Everything I'm using today is from Tesco's and it is their own make. It is their cheap and cheerful make, which is absolutely lovely. You can put lots of different herbs and things to actually spice things up. And today we are making our pizza crumpets. Really simple. The whole family can get involved in these. And all we have to do is have a look in the fridge, around the house, see what we have got that we can use for toppings. Now I've got some toppings here. We've got some chicken left from dinner last night. We've got some onions, some tomatoes, some mushrooms, sweet corn, green pepper and red pepper. So have a look, see what you've got. But even the little ones in your family can help chop up all these different things. Now I've got one of these, the plastic knives. They can cut them up with those, or if you've got some safety scissors, pop these in a cup and just let them chop them up in a cup so they're getting involved with you as well. So we have got our toppings ready. I have already toasted my crumpets. Now the reason we're toasting these first is because we want them sort of crisp underneath, because when you put them under the grill it's only the top that's going to be cooking, and the cheese and the passata, the tomato puree is going to soak down into it, so we need these to be crisp underneath. Okay, so they've been toasted. I've got those on a baking tray. I've got one of these foil trays we can put them in. Then we need to sort out our tomato sauce to go on it. Now, I know if my boy was making these, he would use his tomato ketchup to put on. That is absolutely fine. You can use tomato ketchup. What I'm using today, though, is some passata, and I'm using some tomato puree. And we're using 4 tablespoons of each of these. So I've got my passata in the bowl. And let me just pop my puree into the bowl. Now to that as well, we're going to put our oregano. Let's put some of that in. And all we're going to do is give that a mix. So mix all that up. Now the passata, you'll find, is quite runny, so careful as you're sort of stirring it. And the puree is quite thick. So we're just mixing those together. Okay, and the puree is a really concentrated tomato flavour. It hasn't got the sweetness of tomato ketchup though, so if you do want that sweetness, just pop some tomato ketchup in there. Okay, now all we're going to do now is just plop this on top of our crumpets. Okay, so we're just going to spread a very thin layer of the tomato sauce on the top. Now, what I've got here will do 6 crumpets quite easily. If you want to do it thinner, you can actually do more crumpets. Okay, so I've got my tomato sauce on there. Now, it's up to you what toppings you want to put on. So I'm going to put some onions on all of mine, because in my family, we do like onions on our pizza. So put some onion on. On one of them, I think I'm going to put just chicken and mushroom. Put some chicken on there, a little bit of mushroom. As I said, the little ones can be chopping away at these, so if they've chopped them up really small, doesn't matter at all. So that's my chicken and mushroom one. I'm then going to do a chicken and sweet corn, I think. So let's put some chicken on that one. And then the other 2 I'm just going to have as vegetarian ones, I think. Let's have some tomatoes, some peppers, and you can use anything on here. If you've got some ham and you've got some pineapple, anything you want really that can go on here. Any of your favourite pizza toppings, and let's do a mixture of red and green peppers, some sweet corn and mushrooms. And then all we've got to do sprinkle the cheese on top. You can't have a pizza without that lovely melted cheese on top, can you? So let's put some grated cheese on top of each of these. Now, Mrs. Davis hasn't got a grill, so I've got my oven turned up really, really high, and I'm going to put these on the top of the oven, and they will just brown the top. If you've got a grill, just pop them under the grill until they're bubbling really, really nicely, and all that cheese has melted and turned brown. So I'm going to pop these into the oven. Look at those already. Let's go and pop these in the oven, and I think they're only going to take about 3 minutes or so. I'll see you in a minute. So look, these only took about 3 minutes in the oven. Look at those, the cheese is melted and it's gone lovely golden and brown. Now I've got a mixed salad on here just to finish off the meal, and I think I'm going to go for the vegetable one, and this one we've got tomatoes on it, and we've got sweet corn, and what else did we have on there? We had onions, didn't we? And mushrooms. That was it, and it was red and green peppers, I think. So that is that. I'm going to let it cool down a bit actually, because it has literally just come out of the oven, so I think it is going to be hot. And once it's cooled a bit, you could pick it up and eat it with your fingers or eat it with a knife and fork, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. It is just absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to try it. So give this a go. I hope you like it. Use whatever toppings you want to create your own perfect pizza crumpet. Now, to go with this, I've got a recipe for frozen banana lollies. Are you ready for that? Now, Jenna's found this recipe on the BBC Good Food website, and it is for frozen banana lollies. Now, I haven't tried this before, so it's brand new for me as well. So we're going to be doing this together. So go and wash your hands again, get everything together, and we'll give it a go. Right, so I've got my lolly sticks. You might have slightly different lolly sticks, but these are the ones that I have got today. Got a banana, which I'm just going to peel. Now, I didn't know until, I think it was last year or the year before actually, and I work in the foundation phase, I didn't know that the best way to peel a banana was from this end, because that's the end that the monkeys peel it, and it is so much easier than the other end. Did you know that? So let's pop the skin over there. Now I'm just going to chop. Let's come over here so you can see. I'm just going to chop the ends off to make them neat, and I'm going to chop that in half. So we've got our little bit of banana here. Got my strawberry. I'm just going to chop the end off. All we're going to do to start off with is, now I've got a blunt end here. I think you're going to have the thin lollipop sticks, but I'm going to put mine through this end so it doesn't split the strawberry, but I think you're going to be fine pushing it up through that way. So leave a little bit to hold, obviously, and then we're going to put our banana on that bit there. So we have the start of our banana lolly. I'll do it with this one as well. Ooh, it's a big strawberry, isn't it? So we're going to pop your lollipop stick through your strawberry, leave enough for a handle, and pop your banana on there. Now, all you're going to do now, let me come up a little bit so you can see me. Oops. All you're going to do now is pop those in the freezer for approximately an hour. Okay, so pop those, put them on some baking parchment or greaseproof paper, and I'll see you in an hour. Right, so I've just pulled out my banana and strawberry that have been in the freezer for an hour. I have poured some natural yogurt into a tall glass, because what we're going to do is just dip it in all the way down, not on the strawberry though, just onto the banana, pull it out, and can you see all that coated in yogurt? Now we're going to pop that back onto greaseproof paper, and we're going to pop it into the freezer again for about, it's going to be about 20 minutes, okay, just for that yogurt to freeze. Right, so I've taken out my frozen banana lollies, so that's the yoghurt all frozen now. I've melted some chocolate in the microwave. Make sure you do it in short bursts so that it doesn't burn at all. And I've got my hundreds and thousands ready. So let's build up these lollies. Now I'm going to dip just the top of the lolly into the chocolate, and it's actually going to freeze quite quickly. It will set quite quickly, I mean, because of the lollies being frozen. So, oh, look at that. I'm going to pop it down on the tray, and I'm going to sprinkle it straight away with a few hundreds and thousands. And I'm doing it straight away because the chocolate is setting quite quickly. So let's get my other one. And depending on how many you've made, just keep dipping away until you've done them all. There's another one there. Let's just give it a little sprinkling. And the children are going to love doing this. You might get sprinkles everywhere, but they'll really enjoy it. So let's just give this a dip. Can you see I'm twirling it as well? So we get both sides. We get it done all the way around. Look at that. Give it a little sprinkle. Now, they will set pretty quickly, as I said, because the actual lollies are frozen. So this one here, let me lift it up, I think, can you see, it is actually set straight away. So these are now ready to eat. If you don't want to eat them straight away, just pop them back in the freezer and get them out for about 10 minutes or so before you want to eat them. So should we give it a taste? Let's have a look. They don't take long to set, as I said, once the chocolate's on there. So let's give it a little go. What's really nice about them is that the banana actually isn't frozen solid. Now, I don't know if that's because they've only been in for about an hour and a half, so an hour to freeze up straight away, and then we put the yogurt on, and then I pop them in the freezer for about another 30 minutes, and then I've now just put the chocolate on. But the banana, it's almost like a frozen smoothie, so it's not really soft, but it's sort of half frozen, which is really nice, because you don't want to be hurting your teeth biting on something really hard. Now, strawberries, I haven't tried the strawberry bit yet. Same again, it's just like a frozen strawberry. I might be inclined to pop a little bit of chocolate on there if I had some left as well, just to make it a little bit different. But there's something really different. It's something you could have as a treat after school, for a snack, or even for parties when we can have parties again. We're still a little bit of a long way off, aren't we, with our lockdown and that? But when we come out of it, for picnics in the summer, yeah, lots and lots of things. So give that a try. I actually quite like those. So until next time, next week we are going to be doing, with our community cooking boxes, we're going to be doing a tuna and broccoli pasta bake. Jen has found a great recipe for that. And we're going to do some fruit kebabs as well. So thank you for joining me. And if you're not having one of these community cooking boxes, it doesn't matter, because the recipe is up there for you to join in as well. Until next time, bye.